Welcome everyone to Sapna Master IELTS, the YouTube channel, which helps you for various kinds of reading passages and listening tasks, and also the speaking questions and the writing task. Recently, I posted a video about the writing task as well as the reading passages, which came on 25th February 2021. And now I have come up with other questions which came in India, Iran, Nepal, Canada, Russia, and Japan in January 2021. So you can just check what kind of cue cards were there and what kind of questions were there, the general questions as well as the follow-up. We will be discussing those questions. For that, you need to watch the video till the end. Yes, till the end. If you are listening to me, just listen to it very properly, word to word, so that I can tell you how to answer these type of questions and what kind of questions were there in the speaking test. And these were the actual speaking questions and the topics which came in 2021. For more details, you can just go to the playlist and check the vocabulary given for the cue cards. Also, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for sure. Do comment if you got any other cue card, those who have already appeared or those who are reappearing again. For online classes, you can contact us anytime. We have WhatsApp groups also. So let's go ahead. The first test that was in speaking test in India. So the questions were related to, it starts with the same thing. What's your name? And can I see your ID? Where do you live? And because they want to make you comfortable. Now, what do you see from the window? Whatever the window you have in front of the window, you can explain that so that the examiner gets impressed by it. Let's talk about happiness. Now here, the question has started and now he wants you to speak for at least 2 to 3 sentences, and you are not giving the closed-ended answers. So the question is, what makes you happy? Have you done recently anything that made your family or anyone else happy? So the questions are related to that. And also they talk about the breaks and do you sleep in between during the break or working. If you are working, they will ask about the work part. If you are a student, they will ask related to the student thing. Now, the first cue card which was there, that was, tell us about what you bought and you were satisfied with. You can talk about a cell phone, you can talk about a dress material, you can talk about a laptop, any accessory, and you must be aware about the features, the characteristics of the product that you bought. From where did you buy it? Why did you buy it? With whom did you go? Or was it a compulsion? It was forcefully, it was imposed, and later on you found it very good. If it was cell phone, which brand, which make it was, and why it was so special to you. How do you feel about it right now? So you have to give so many adjectives here, and make sure that all the cue card is coherent, is cohesive, means every sentence is logically connected. So after that, you will get a question, the discussion question. That will be, do you often buy things that you will not need later? And in what situations can you bargain? So very comfortably you need to answer these questions, because they are not taking your IQ or DK. Instead, they are just checking your communication skills and also how confident you are, and how do you pronounce the words. Also, are you hesitant to speak in front of an examiner, or you are fluent enough, you do not utter a lot. So these kind of criterion matter a lot, right? Now moving down to Iran, if I see here, they talk about the transport, what public transport and private transport, and when was the last time you utilized the public transportation. Try to speak with a connector, and then you can answer. Always again, you can use 2 to 3 sentences. Moving ahead to the cue card, where you will talk about a skill that someone taught to you when you were a child. Please tell me what was the skill and who taught you. You can talk about cooking, driving, swimming, painting, drawing, acting, dancing, baking. So you can use these skills. And who taught you? An educator, a trainer, a personal trainer, or you joined a camp, or you learned it from your mother, your father, your brother, any sibling or cousin or uncle. Then why did you find out? Means why did you want to do it? So was it an urgency, or you wanted to do it for yourself? Was it your passion? How you felt about it? You wanted to get expertise in that. You wanted to get mastery over it. You wanted to be proficient over that language. Suppose if you want to learn that, you learned a skill that was language learning, so you can even talk about that. Then in the follow-up, the questions were, what skills do teenagers need to learn before school? So in that case, you can go ahead with 4 sentences, 5 sentences, because you want to explain what the question is about, but don't go off topic, even in the cue card. Otherwise, your bands will be deducted and you will not get good bands over it. Make sure that. Then, in case of Nepal, it is very simple. They were talking about, again, the apartment or a house, and the topic was, describe a time when it was difficult for you to use your computer. Um, it was difficult for you to use the computer because it was the first time that you were using, or it got hanged up, that is why, or the windows were not working, so it was very difficult for you to use it, or it was not your laptop, your computer, you were using some other's desktop, that is why you were feeling and it was new to you. So yes, you found a lot of problems. Why it was difficult? Because it was the class practical and you never knew who helped you use the computer and explain what you did on the computer. What did you want to do? You wanted, um, you can talk about mail merge, or you can talk about any resume making, CV making, and then the person sitting next to you help you out. Then, is the use of robots good or bad for the society? So they are talking about the computer technology and how will it affect the people in the upcoming years in the future. So these are the questions. Make sure whatever you speak in the cue card, they are going to ask you in the follow-up. Obviously, everybody knows about it. So better use those words which you are aware of, and then the follow-up will be simple and it will not trouble you in the third round. Moving next, we have speaking test in Canada. So here the question is about the childhood, the singing lessons, and suitable location for families with children. Very easy, but the cue card was about describe a festival that is important to your country. You can India, you can talk about any festival because it is celebrated with huge pomp and show, with a lot of enthusiasm. When the holiday is celebrated, you can talk about Diwali, you can talk about Eid, you can talk about any religious festival according to your religion, or even if you want to talk about a festival which is celebrated all over India, that will be perfect. Then what people do during this festival and what you like or dislike about it. Then the discussion would be obviously why the festivals are disappearing. Is it good or bad? Do the national holidays affect the people now? Do you think nowadays the festivals are not celebrated as much as they were celebrated in the future, in the past? Then do you think people will create new festivals? Yes, because due to westernization and all, you can talk about this. Next is the speaking test in Russia. Here they talk about the handwriting. How is it good or bad? Is it important or not? And do you think the computers has, due to the invention of the computers, the handwriting gets hampered? Now the cue card is about a music event. You attended and you did not like the music. You went with your friends. It was not it was imposed, then you wanted to go, you did not want to go there, but you had to go with your friends or relatives because you wanted to show them, then it was, you thought that it might be quite good, but at 11th hour, when you found that the singer has changed, so it was, the all thing was in vain. So you did not like anything. The music was upbeat or offbeat, or the voice was not melodious. Instead, it was harsh or coarse voice. Then you can also talk about the singer, the music, the composer, or the environment. That was not so nice, and that is why you did not like it. Even if you are a fan of somebody else, and here somebody else came. So let's talk about music. Now, all the questions will be related to the music and the development, tradition, culture. Next is Japan. In Japan, the question was about sports, and the cue card was about describe an activity that you sometimes enjoy, but that costs a little more. You can talk about river rafting, mountaineering. You can talk about swimming. You can talk about going to hiking. Yes. There are so many activities you enjoy, but yes, due to the apparatus, due to the equipment that is required, and due to the trainers, the professionals, so it is quite costly. People cannot afford much, even you cannot afford much. We can talk about that. Then the questions: do you think the rich should support the poor? All these things, and is it positive or negative? So these were the questions which were related to your cue cards, which came in January 2021. You also prepare these, and please look at the questions which have been asked. Make proper paragraphs of it, and also try to use it in a proper way. All the best, guys. Do well. I'll be coming up with the next video very soon about 4th March, the reviews, and let's see how many of you are going to prepare. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me anytime. Do comment whether you liked the video or not, and please share with the maximum number of people. Take care. Bye bye.